Ocean levels are rising due to climate change and will threaten California's coastline by Ryan Wiley. Not only does these rising sea levels impact California, it also affects other coast locations throughout the world. Global sea levels have been on the rise since the beginning of the 20th century. Scientists predict that these sea levels will continue to get worse, causing higher ocean levels. The warming is due to the greenhouse effect. With the warmer temperatures, land ice continues to melt, filling the oceans. There are other factors causing the ocean levels to rise, such as when the oceans warm, the ocean water expands, thus increasing the ocean's volume. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change predicts that the average yearly increase in the sea level was 1.7 millimeters, with a 0.5 millimeters up or down difference during this last century. The impact of the rising sea levels will be felt more so when the storms hit California coastline, causing larger waves and higher tides, especially in El Niño years. El Niño can cause these stronger storms and bring more frequent ones, leading to flooding, landslides, and avalanches. According to the book Sea Level Rise over the Coasts of California, Oregon, and Washington, Past, Present, and Future. The coastal cliffs, sand dunes, and beach areas can protect the urban development along the coast against sea level rising and storms. Unfortunately, this can lead to erosion, and rate of decrease will greatly accelerate as the levels keep rising. It has been estimated that the rate of decrease of the shoreline can be as little as a few centimeters per year for areas that contain hard bedrock to several meters for beaches and sand dune areas that are mostly sand. According to the article, rising sea levels will hit California harder than other places. Man can help slow down the erosion by creating seawalls. Rising sea levels can also threaten tidal marshes in California. Marshes are critical to the environment's health of the area because they help filter nutrients and pollution from the water, and they protect the region with the sea level rises, especially during the intense storms, and not to mention the wildlife they support. In the study called Evaluating Tidal Marsh Sustainability in the Face of Sea Level Rise, hybrid modeling approach applied to San Francisco Bay, it studied how these tidal marshes would be threatened by the increasing ocean levels during the 21st century. The main question was if these marshes could withstand these changes and how mankind could restore and serve these areas with this threat. The study created a hybrid model called the Marsh 98, and it was run for a time period of 100 years. There were 70 different scenarios that were tested with different elevations, amount of mineral sediment, types of organic matter there, and the amount of sea level rising. The major findings of the study showed that the short-term restoration efforts from sea level rise could be achieved over this next century in the marsh areas in the Bay Area. The upper land areas, however, will have to be diked in order to capture the mineral sediment. Rising ocean levels due to climate change is an important issue to address as it will continue to threaten California's coastline and coastlines all over the world. It is the responsibility of all humans to protect the Earth.